Welcome to another episode of J Inclusive. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload. As we come to the close of this year, as we do every year, we pause, not to sensationalize loss of life, but to honor lives that mattered. In 2025, violence against transgender and gender diverse people continued at an alarming rate across the globe. According to international monitoring organizations, at least 280 transgender and gender diverse people were murdered globally this year, a decline of about 20% from last year's number of 350. But it's important to remember these are only the cases we know about. The real number is likely higher due to misreporting, misgendering, and silence. For the 17th consecutive year, the deadliest country for transgender people was Brazil, which accounted for the largest share of reported trans murders worldwide. Other countries with high numbers included Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, and the United States. Across regions, a clear and painful pattern remains. The vast majority of victims were Black trans women, many of whom faced compounded risks due to racism, poverty, criminalization, and lack of institutional protection. These women are not statistics. They are daughters, sisters, friends, lovers, and dreamers. Each name represents a life full of complexity, resilience, and humanity that deserves safety, dignity, and the chance to grow old. What follows is not just a list, but a remembrance, a moment to honor Black trans women whose lives were stolen in 2025, and to affirm that they were here, they were loved, and they will not be erased.
Residents who live at the Riverstone Apartments here in Southfield are shocked that a shooting happened so close to where they live.
This is not something that's ever happened here, where everybody I've talked to in the neighborhood has always felt safe.
Southfield police responded to the apartment complex on Shiawassee Street at around 10 a.m. on Sunday for reports of an unresponsive person lying in the parking lot. They discovered the victim had a gunshot wound to the head.
Everyone here is pretty shaken up about it.
Brock Steve lives in the apartments and was one of the people who saw the body in the parking lot.
You never really imagine this to happen in your neighborhood, and when it does, it's honestly really terrifying.
Authorities said they found a single spent 9mm shell casing, the victim's Ohio driver's license, and a damaged cell phone in the snow near the crime scene. According to a witness, they heard a loud noise before seeing a man enter a bluish-gray 2021 Chevrolet Equinox before speeding off. The vehicle belonged to the victim. The man was described as being 6 feet tall with a beard and wearing a black hat. And according to police, they believe the suspect and victim knew each other. Tahiri was born on March 1, 1995 in Cleveland, Ohio. According to her social media, she was a self-described shopaholic and unabashedly earning money to buy things. She was a fan of Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. She liked Forever 21 and Hot Topic. She was a vibrant young woman who enjoyed life.
This shouldn't have happened.
But the violence, harassment, and risk experienced by trans women of color is an all too common reality Janice Poindexter has been sounding the alarm about for years.
This should be a wake-up call for us all. It's us now. But when we're picked off, you're next.
She says too often anti-trans messaging creates more fear and damage.
When you have a demographic or a population whose lives have no value, which also doesn't garner oversight or checks and balance, then you have waves of violence and waves of victimization that happens. And that's what we're seeing playing out.
It's also why she says advocates will keep fighting and keep honoring the memory of those lost.
This person who lost their life is connected to a family, that there were dreams and goals attached to this being, that there was a history of life.
Officers later found the SUV about 400 feet from the scene of the shooting at another building in the apartment complex. Detectives learned the shooting suspect lived in that building. They also learned that on the morning of Broom's murder, the suspect had made about 30 phone calls to various sex workers, all Black transgender women, before eventually meeting up with Tahiri. So where did their suspect go after committing such a gruesome act? Southfield police found Robert Ridges III at the MGM Grand Casino in Detroit after identifying him as the suspect behind the fatal shooting at the Riverstone Apartments, which had occurred a mere 11 hours earlier.
A family in mourning after their loved one was murdered on a trip to Michigan. Tonight, a homicide investigation is underway. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
I'm Simon Shakette. 29-year-old Tahiri Broom, a transgender woman from Ohio, was shot and killed Sunday morning. On Wednesday, we shared with you how Southfield police say they arrested the suspect at a casino shortly after finding what they believe was the murder weapon in his apartment.
Well, today, 7 News Detroit reporter Christiana Ford learning more about the victim, talking to her family about the impact she made on their lives.
It's been 4 days since the family of Tahiri Broom, who also went by Tokyo, learned about her brutal murder while visiting Michigan.
It's really like it got my whole family in like a uproar. Like it's like one of those things. Like you don't know what to feel. Like you want to be angry, you want to be sad, you want to cry, you want to scream. Like you want to do. It's a big ball of emotion.
Even after the arrest of the person police believe is responsible, Robert Ridges III, there are still a lot of questions going through her aunt Patricia Bender's mind.
Like you just want to know why. Like why did you do that? Why do you feel like she deserved for that to happen? You know, and then that way and that magnitude. Being that they caught him, that brought some peace. But it's like, it don't take away the pain.
Bender says her niece loved making people laugh, was full of energy, confidence, and loved Nicki Minaj.
Funny, smart, like one of those people that could walk into the darkest room and find some light in it.
She's hoping people see Broom in that bright light instead of focusing on what she did for work.
It doesn't mean that that person was a bad person. She was never a bad person.
Southfield police say they haven't ruled out the possibility that Broom was targeted. The suspect made 33 calls to sex workers, including black transgender women like Broom.
He knew, I believe it was possibly maybe even a motive of a robbery as well, because when he was interviewed, turned out he didn't have any money. So, you know, how was he going to pay for services, if you will? And so, but he's carrying a handgun.
But the evil that happened and investigation into it won't stop them from celebrating who she was.
She's shining light that's going to shine forever and ever and ever and ever.
The family wants people to know they're grateful for the outpouring of love and support they have received.
According to reports, Tahiri was a sex worker, but police promised her mother that no matter what line of work Tahiri was in, this shouldn't have happened.
Was a sex worker, and certainly not a legal profession, but my commitment to Mrs. Broom was that the fact that Jamal was a sex worker would not be the focus of the sequence of events, because no matter what line of work Jamal was in, this shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have happened. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about our victim, Jamal Broom, and we can bring the victim's photo up. Jamal, 29 years old, a resident of Cleveland, Ohio. And I did have an opportunity to speak to Jamal's mother. And what I'll describe Mrs. Broom, a very strong woman, certainly very emotional. We're talking about losing a child in such a gruesome and violent manner. But we talked for a matter of time, allowing her to vent about what happened, what Jamal meant to Mrs. Broom. And I made a couple commitments to Mrs. Broom. Certainly I'm going to need your help from the media to make sure that my commitments stand firm, because I always consider myself a promise keeper, and I want to make sure I keep the promise to Ms. Broom. When you look at Jamal, is a biological male, but does present as a female and is a proud member of the transgender community. And one thing I told Mrs. Broom was that in my remarks, her daughter would be referred to by the appropriate pronouns, she and her. And so I asked that the media cover this respect Southfield Police Department's wishes and also the wishes of the family. You go by the evidence, it suggests that he sought after both black females to include the transgender community. And so I believe that now that this has happened, he wants to try to distance himself from that reality. But no, he knew. I believe it was possibly maybe even a motive of a robbery as well, because when he was interviewed, turned out he didn't have any money. So, you know, how was he going to pay for services, if you will? and so, but he's carrying a handgun. And so a lot of different variations of what could have happened. But to answer your question, I do not believe for 1 minute that he not knew that Jamal was transgender. You know, right now we have information, we have search warrants put in for phone records and whatnot, social media accounts, and this may change. It may ultimately change into maybe hate crime. Right now the evidence doesn't suggest it, but again, more search warrants, more information is developing that may change that. You asked a question about the state of the country. So one thing about me, I'm going to always be really upfront and very vocal about respect for all people, to include our transgender community. And that's why I started the press conference out in a manner that I did of asking the media and the community to be respectful of the mother and the family and recognize the wishes of the family and the victim to be identified as she or her. When you look at, you know, crimes that occur with any person, but particularly individuals in the sex worker community, we're going to always advise them to be careful in that line of work, because there are predators who do seek to harm them. You've seen it play out across the country. And so there will always be a warning to those in the sex worker profession to certainly be mindful of who you contact with.
Authorities calling it one of the worst cases they have ever seen, and they are still seeking any information they can from the public. Beyond depraved, that's what investigators are calling the murder of Sam Nordquist. 5 suspects charged with murder, hate crime charges are pending.
Police say Nordquist came here from Minnesota and endured unthinkable torture before his body was dumped in a field in the Finger Lakes.
Police told us Sam Nordquist was subjected to physical and mental torture before he died. Sam's body found in an empty field. A warning, some of the details in this case might be disturbing.
Captain Kelly Swift with New York State Police saying Thursday they executed a search warrant in room 22 of Patty's Lodge on routes 5 and 20 in the town of Hopewell in relation to the disappearance of Sam Nordquist.
Our investigation has revealed a deeply disturbing pattern of abuse that ultimately resulted in Sam's tragic death.
Ontario County's district attorney saying no person should have ever had to go through what Sam dealt with.
The facts and the circumstances of this crime are beyond depraved. This is by far the worst homicide investigation that our office has ever been a part of.
The felony complaints allege that 5 suspects, Precious Arzuaga, Emily Motaika, Patrick Goodwin, Kyle Sage, and Jennifer Cajano tortured Sam, sexually assaulting him with a table leg and broomsticks, and beating Sam with sticks, dog toys, ropes, and belts until Sam died. His remains were found in a field in the town of Benton in Yates County. A Farmington woman who helped with search efforts to find Sam says his family is now on the way from Minnesota. She said Sam's family is heartbroken and the details of this case are sickening.
And Sam's a human being, a beautiful one, and it's just unfortunate that people are that disgusting and that ugly.
Police are asking for patience as they work through this case, and more details are yet to come.
To echo what everyone has said, I hold, and I hope we all hold up Sam's family, his friends, his community in our thoughts and prayers.
4 days since the reported discovery of 24-year-old Sam Nordquist's remains, investigators shared new information surrounding the case. A joint statement from Ontario County prosecutors and New York State Police reveals the agencies have no indication the murder was a hate crime at this time. The joint statement elaborates, saying Nordquist and his alleged assailants were known to each other, identified as LGBTQ+. And at least one defendant lived with Nordquist at the time of the offense. Meanwhile, 5 people face second-degree murder and depraved indifference charges, carrying 15 to 20-year sentences if convicted.
These people that did this to Sam are pure evil. They're not even human. And we will get justice for you, Sam. We will, until, if it takes the last breath out of me, you will have justice.
Nordquist's mother sharing immense pain with KARE-TV in Minneapolis. Earlier, authorities called the circumstances surrounding Sam's death a deeply disturbing pattern of abuse, alleging torture and sexual assault before his death.
This is by far the worst homicide investigation that our office has ever been a part of.
Nordquist's remains were found in a field in the town of Benton in Yates County.
He had a heart of gold that would hurt anybody. Sam did not deserve this. Nobody deserves this type of torment that he had to endure.
Michelle Pickard, who helped with the initial search for Sam, also heartbroken at the loss.
We will seek justice. We will continue to follow up on the case. I know personally I'll go to every court date, keep them informed, but I do know that Sam has an army behind him.
New York State Governor Kathy Hochul releasing a statement earlier today calling for justice for Nordquist. Hochul saying, quote, "The charges against these individuals are sickening and all New Yorkers should join together to condemn this horrific act. We are praying for Sam Nordquist's family, community, and loved ones who are experiencing unimaginable grief."
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to move on from this.
Kayla Nordquist says her brother Sam was looking for love. Sam thought he found a connection in our area a long way from home. Kayla and her family tried to stop him from making the long trip.
Sam did not deserve that. So as a community, not everyone in the community is bad. It's just those individuals who are sick and decided they wanted to hurt Sam for no reason.
The love Sam was looking for, taken from him in such a brutal way. Lisa Leonard organized this vigil here in Geneva. She helped in the search efforts to find Sam and now wants the suspects to face maximum consequences.
Justice looks for me the death penalty, to be honest.
Lisa says the community is rallying around Sam and his family, showing the Nordquists the very best in our area.
There's over I say 25 to 30 more vigils just for Sam. He was a good soul. His whole family is. He didn't deserve this.
Kayla says discovering so much affection here, well, she just wishes Sam was here to actually feel it.
It really is really warming, and it helps with the process that Sam is actually loved from everybody, even though he didn't know that.
Ontario County District Attorney Jim Ritz tells me that the murder of 24-year-old Sam Nordquist is the most horrific case his department has prosecuted.
It is absolutely, without question, the worst thing that we've ever seen.
5 suspects charged in connection to the disappearance and murder of Nordquist. Ritz says 3 out of the 5 suspects have previous criminal convictions. Kyle Sage and Patrick Goodwin are both currently on parole. Sage convicted of larceny and disseminating indecent material to a minor. Goodwin convicted of first-degree criminal sex act and sexual abuse involving a victim under the age of 11. Goodwin is a registered level 3 sex offender.
Precious Arzwaga has 4 misdemeanor convictions, nothing sexual, but petty larcenies, criminal trespass, and a sale of an imitation controlled substance.
Authorities say Nordquist, who is transgender, was living at Patty's Lodge in Hopewell after traveling from Minnesota. Police launched a missing person investigation last week after receiving a welfare check request from the victim's family. They believe the victim endured prolonged physical and psychological abuse and repeated acts of violence and torture between early December and early February. Police found the victim's body in a Yates County field Thursday.
I can tell you, in my 36 years, I've never seen anything this depraved. So it's hateful.
Ritz says Arzwaga and Nordquist were living at Patty's Lodge together. No word on a motive, and Ritz says there's no indication at this time the murder was a hate crime.
The question about hate crimes is whether that hate was derived from Sam's being a transgender person, or if these are just evil people who hate and would have done this regardless of Sam's situation.
Dozens of people in the LGBTQ plus community making their voices heard, distraught that this happened in their own backyard. Sam's older sister, Kayla, speaking as well, urging those who use online dating platforms to do your research into a person before you meet them. A member of the LGBTQ plus community reflecting on how they felt when they first heard the news.
Rage. Absolute rage. And it's something where instead of standing there and screaming, focusing on action, things that we can do as a community, things that I can help others do, things that I can do to move forward and make sure this does not happen again.
Nordquist's sister tells me she is disgusted there are so many people involved with the death of her brother. 2 additional suspects arrested in connection to the murder of Sam Nordquist, a 24-year-old transgender man from Minnesota who was killed in the Finger Lakes region after enduring months of torture.
When you start bringing more people in, the more disturbing it gets.
Ontario County District Attorney Jim Ritz says 29-year-old Kimberly Socha of Canandaigua and 21-year-old Thomas Eves of Geneva were arraigned on murder charges Friday morning. He revealed Eves is the son of 38-year-old Precious Arzwaga, one of the other 5 suspects arrested and charged last week. Relationships between the other individuals still being investigated.
The easy one is family, right? But as it relates to, we're still working on what those relationships are and how these people came together to do this just horrendous act.
Police determined Nordquist was staying at Patty's Lodge on routes 5 and 20 in Hopewell with Arzwaga and others. They believe he endured repeated acts of violence and torture between early December and early February. His body found in a field in Benton, Yates County, last week. In a statement, Nordquist's sister Kayla says, quote, "It's heartbreaking to know at least 7 people did this to my brother, who was the sweetest person," end quote. Ritz says it's possible there could be even more suspects.
It's beyond belief as to where this has already grown to with 7 arrests, but the door is not closed. The investigation is not over. Sam didn't deserve this. In a million years, Sam didn't deserve this. What he went through is appalling, and, you know, we want for his family, for his friends, for his community to understand we are actively moving forward on the journey to justice for Sam.
The last thing Sam said was, "I love you and I will call you tomorrow." Well, tomorrow never came.
Linda Nordquist tells me her son Sam left Minnesota to travel to the Finger Lakes region in September. She says the last time she or Sam's sister Kayla heard from him was January 31st.
There was nothing. Kayla tried calling, nothing. I tried calling, nothing. I tried texting, nothing. The last conversation Sam had with Kayla said, "If you don't answer your phone, we're coming to look for you." And that's exactly what we did. And we found him.
Authorities say Sam Nordquist, a 24-year-old transgender man, was found dead in a field in Benton, Yates County earlier this month. Police determined he suffered repeated acts of violence and torture between early December and early February. 5 suspects were initially charged with murder in his death. 2 additional suspects, 29-year-old Kimberly Socha and 21-year-old Thomas Eves, were charged Thursday.
I knew that they were looking for 2 people, but I knew one of them, what they were looking for sure. This Kim person, I never even know where she plays in. I never even heard of the name before.
Police say Nordquist was staying at Patty's Lodge in Hopewell with 38-year-old Precious Arzwaga and others. According to officials, Eves is the son of Arzwaga. Relationships between the other suspects are still under investigation.
I'm going to be at the trial. I don't care if there's 1 or if there's 7. I will be at every trial. I will be at sentencing. I know that there's going to be quite a few people from Minnesota at that sentencing.
Several vigils and rallies have been held for Nordquist locally and in Minnesota.
It's overwhelming, but I feel hopefully Sam feels the love that he really has and the support that he really has. His voice will be heard one way or the other. And so we have Sam's back throughout all this. We are now Sam's voice, and we will fight to the fullest.
They used duct tape and they poured bleach on him. They forced him to obey their commands, treating him like a dog.
7 suspects charged in this case, and investigators say at some point, children were forced to participate.
And I know many will ask the question, why? Well, as I stand here today as a human being, we'll never know the answer why. Because what human being could do what happened to Sam? We'll never make sense of this case.
An indictment unsealed Wednesday charging 7 suspects with first-degree murder in the horrifying death of a 24-year-old transgender man from Minnesota. The prosecutor on the case says Sam Nordquist was beaten and tortured to death.
And I know many will ask the question, why? Well, as I stand here today as a human being,
We'll never know the answer why. Because what human being could do what happened to Sam?
Authorities say Nordquist arrived in Ontario County in September and was staying with 38-year-old Precious Arzwaga and others at Patty's Lodge on routes 5 and 20 in Hopewell. Wolford says he was tortured and assaulted by the suspects between January 1st and February 2nd.
Sam was confined. He was forced to kneel and stand against a wall. He was physically assaulted. He was sexually assaulted. He was prevented from using his phone. He was denied proper nutrition and hydration. He was fed feces. He was forced to drink urine and chew spit. They physically restrained him. They forced him to obey their commands, treating him like a dog. They covered his face with towels and shirts and fabric. They used duct tape, and they poured bleach on him.
The indictment says Arzwaga compelled or induced 2 children ages 7 and 12 to participate in beating Nordquist. Arzwaga faces coercion charges.
They may have been forced to participate, but their lives are forever changed by what they saw and endured in there.
Nordquist's body found in a field in Benton Yates County, February 13th.
He was dumped out on the side of the road in a farmer's field, wrapped in plastic bags, where they hoped no one would find him.
Wolford says to limit this to a hate crime would be an injustice.
A hate crime would make this charge about Sam's gender or about Sam's race, and it's so much bigger. Sam was beaten, assaulted, sexually abused, starved, held captive. A hate crime would make this charge about Sam's gender or about Sam's race, and it's so much bigger. To limit us to a hate crime would be an injustice to Sam.
Authorities say Nordquist was denied proper nutrition, fed feces, forced to drink urine, his skin doused with bleach, and he was sexually assaulted and tortured with objects. Many in the community believed a hate crime would be warranted.
There's no benefit to it.
Gotcha. Attorney Vincent Morante says the 7 suspects are already charged with murder 1.
So by aiding the hate crime, there's no elevation of the crime, and there's no harsher sentence in New York than life in prison, because the appellate courts have ruled that the death penalty is now cruel and inhuman.
He says these suspects are already facing the highest consequences New York has.
From a prosecutor's point of view, you're just making the prosecution of these individuals more difficult, because now you have to prove another element to a crime, that the actors did it because of Mr. Nordquist's gender, sexuality, for some racist purpose.
The Ontario County courtroom was packed this afternoon, and this is the first time we're seeing all 7 suspects face a judge in this case. All are facing first-degree murder charges in the death of 24-year-old Sam Nordquist, who was a transgender man from Minnesota. According to an indictment unsealed last week, the suspects tortured and beat Nordquist between January 1st and February 2nd. He was found dead in a Yates County field February 13th. 38-year-old Precious Arzwaga appeared in court wearing an orange jumpsuit. The other 6 suspects appeared in street clothing or business wear. All entered pleas of not guilty for all charges, and no contact orders of protection were issued for the 2 children mentioned in the indictment. The indictment alleges Arzwaga compelled or induced 2 children ages 7 and 12 to cause or attempt to cause physical injury to Nordquist. Cameras were granted in court by Judge Christina Carley. Multiple defense attorneys filed motions for the prosecution not to speak to media due to inflammatory comments and impacting the jury pool. Those motions were denied. We caught up with the Ontario County District Attorney and Thomas Eves' attorney following the arraignment.
The purpose of today was to arraign each of the defendants, and that's what we accomplished. It's still an ongoing investigation as well, so there's a lot to do and a lot of work to do, and we want to make sure we're able to try these people with a jury of their peers in a fair setting.
We maintain my client's innocent regarding the circumstances, and as I indicated to her earlier, the grand jury only heard one side of the story. They didn't hear everything, and the district attorney's office has cast a pretty wide net regarding these matters, and accused the individuals of, very serious circumstances.
In court Thursday, attorneys for the defendants filed several motions, including one to toss out the indictment due to a defective grand jury presentation. Assistant District Attorney Victoria Porter says this was expected.
Nothing out of the ordinary there. They're just making specific arguments because in this particular case, there are many statements from obviously the co-defendants, which you all heard today. So the court will make a determination on that.
The defense attorneys also made arguments for severance, which, if allowed, would mean separate trials for each defendant.
Like the court said, it's premature. We have to determine first if we can use the statements that were elicited from the defendants and then determine if and how we would sever the case.
The status of Patty's Lodge in the town of Hopewell, where the crimes allegedly occurred, was briefly discussed in court.
All I can say is that the New York State Police does not have custody over it or control over it at this time.
Thomas Eves' attorney also requested discovery be provided relating to video from the Ontario County Jail of the defendants engaging in conversation as well as jail phone calls.
The discovery in this case is voluminous. There's many things outstanding. This is an active police investigation. There are things being created even as we speak.
Inmate Quijano, who's obviously housed in our jail on murder charges, has been a difficult inmate during the duration of her stay, let's say. This is not her first altercation.
31-year-old Jennifer Quijano is one of 7 people accused in the torture and killing of a transgender man in Ontario County.
Quijano is already charged with murder, kidnapping, aggravated sexual abuse, and concealment of a human corpse in connection to the death of Sam Nordquist. Sam's sister tonight tells me she's not shocked about this new assault charge. One of the 7 suspects accused of killing 24-year-old Sam Nordquist, a transgender man from Minnesota, in trouble again. Deputies say Jennifer Quijano assaulted a fellow inmate inside the Ontario County Jail.
I think that she's digging herself a very deep hole, and she is a danger to society. She should never come out. And she just keeps proving that.
The news not surprising to Sam's sister, Kayla Nordquist. Prosecutors say her brother arrived in Ontario County in September and was beaten and tortured for more than a month before his body was discovered in a field in Yates County in February.
It's hard every day. Still cry every day. I think about Sam every day. I go visit Sam every Sunday. My mom goes and sees Sam's a few times a week.
As Nordquist's family awaits closure in the investigation, Sheriff David Serencione describes a tumultuous experience behind bars for Quijano.
Last Thursday, was in an argument with another female inmate within the housing unit and struck that other female several times, causing physical injury to the person's face.
Sheriff Serencione says this is not Quijano's first incident.
She has been charged already once for another fight in the jail where a correction officer was injured breaking up the fight.
It's still unclear how the court process will play out for Quijano and the 6 others charged in Nordquist's death. But Kayla says she plans to return to Canandaigua when the time comes.
I appreciate everybody's support in Rochester and the surrounding areas and from the world in general.
Thank you. Neighbors lining up to help a family grieving a deep loss at a barbecue fundraiser in the city of Geneva.
We just really wanted to show support for the family in any way we could.
Russ and Max coming from Canandaigua, both reflecting on the death of Sam Nordquist nearly 6 months ago.
I think it's important for a community to come together at a time like this. We need people to help people.
Authorities announced the discovery of Sam Nordquist's body in a field in Yates County in mid-February, a case in which 7 suspects now face charges including murder, accused of beating and torturing the 24-year-old transgender man from Minnesota before his death.
Hearing about this happening really kind of shook my faith in the community a little bit, just because imagining someone who's from where you are doing something this horrible was just really shocking.
Neighbors hoping to support Nordquist's family waiting for justice from Minnesota, with a possible trial in the future.
Because of the local nature of the trauma,
There are people still in this area who are continuing to really try and support that family, recognizing that while the Norquist family is not from here, they are now connected to this space.
Organizers say the event was a sellout with 150 tickets.
The vast majority of people, regardless of their sort of religious or political sensibilities, recognize this tragedy for what it was. That has been unfortunately unifying. The unification is good. The cause for it is not.
5 of the 7 suspects in the Sam Nordquist murder case appeared in Ontario County Court today. These were motions hearings, and as Isabel Garcia reports, it's just a small step closer in getting to a trial.
In each of the 5 defendants' motions hearings on Wednesday at Ontario County Court, prosecutors were asking for fresh DNA swabs, noting these samples will be used to compare directly with DNA evidence gathered where unknown contributors were found in state police lab testing. First in court Wednesday, Emily Motika, then Kimberly Sosha, and Jennifer Quiano. Quiano's defense attorney requested a subpoena from the people for records from the New York City Department of Education. The prosecution did not oppose.
I don't know exactly why they would be asking for those. My guess would be some sort of mitigation or some sort of argument that would be had in the future.
A little over an hour later, Kyle Sage and Patrick Goodwin appeared. The request from prosecutors during each of these motions hearings was for fresh DNA swabs to compare evidence found with, quote, unknown contributors. 2 New York State police officers certified to collect samples were present. All samples were collected right at the courthouse with the defense attorneys present.
In this particular case, the evidence that we're asking for the swabs for has a mixture of multiple contributors, and you cannot put that in the CODIS system. So it would only be able to be put or compared against known samples of individuals who we collect. So we do not anticipate that unknowns are going to be identified in this process.
Police say someone shot and killed Dior early February 21st near 95th and Brown Deer. Dior's heartbroken family spoke with Fox 6 2 days later.
No matter who she came in contact with, she was always a good soul.
Amiri Dior, a 23-year-old transgender woman, was fatally shot in Milwaukee on February 21st. Her family and friends remember her as a loving and vibrant soul who was unapologetically herself. Her cousin, Jakiala Jenkins, described her as always a good soul who never hid who she was. No matter who she came in contact with, she was always truthful with her life. She was just too loving. Dior was transgender, and her family believed that her identity may have played a role in her murder. As police continued their investigation with no arrests made, loved ones sought justice while urging greater awareness of violence against transgender individuals.
Activists say her death is another in a list of transgender women killed in recent years.
We're tired of having to go out and fight for our lives every day.
Sunshine Rainbow says the goal is not only to seek justice for Dior, but also change for the trans community.
Dior's mother, Periana Williams, shared a heartfelt message with the community, encouraging everyone to live openly and authentically. Live in the truth, y'all. It doesn't matter who you are. Just open up. Be an open book so your family can know who you are and be able to love you for who you are. As police continue to investigate this case using the name the victim had given them at the scene, through social media and phone records, they uncovered a story that is all too familiar. As they began going through Dior's social media, it exposed a few persons of interest. For months, Dior, who did OnlyFans, had been going back and forth with a faceless Twitter account, accusing them of stealing her photos and making slanderous posts about her. In the midst of all of this, she was also in back and forth exchange with another faceless account, whom she believed was another adult content creator, whom she accused of leaving these comments underneath all of her Twitter posts. One of the comments read, "Don't trust what you see, she's burning. I'm trying to warn everyone. She's trying to hide it by retweeting posts so y'all don't see." These accusations prompted Dior to post her most recent results online, stating, "You can't do this though, or go live on that fake page that used to be a fan page that you bought from somebody. I can go paperwork for paperwork. Hop on live right now. I'll add you and got $150 for you right now if you are a real page."
Because I heard I was so fucking catfish. Fucking dead. Funniest shit I ever heard.
She then tagged the adult content creator whom she believed was behind all of the slander. After thoroughly investigating this, police realized that none of these people had anything to do with Dior's murder, so they decided to go through her Facebook, which revealed some conversations between she and a known Crip member, Davion Steed. The 22-year-old's page was filled with gang-affiliated content, including videos of him playing with guns. Facebook uses an algorithm to determine the order of friends shown on your profile, based on your interactions with them in terms of messages, likes, and comments. So, when police saw that Dior was the #1 person on Steed's Facebook friends list, they felt as though he may have had something to do with her murder. According to phone data, the two had been in contact since early January, communicating up until the day before the shooting.
We now know a man arrested after a police chase over the weekend is a suspect in the homicide of a Milwaukee transgender woman. Bill Miston live with us now. Bill, you're getting more on this connection between these two cases here.
Hey there, Ben. The man has not been formally charged, so Fox 6 is not naming him. But court records show the 22-year-old is a suspect in the homicide and was arrested after a police chase came to a crashing stop. On Saturday, shortly before 11, Milwaukee police say officers spotted a wanted person in a vehicle and tried to pull it over. That started a chase that ended only when the car crashed near 60th and Hampton. A 23-year-old man was arrested about a block away. A 22-year-old man was arrested at the scene. Police and jail records obtained by Fox 6 show the man arrested at the scene is a suspect in the homicide of Amari Dior late last month. 2 days after her death, her family identified Dior as transgender.
We supposed to grow up and be old together. Y'all doing all these gun violence and stuff. Who we gonna grow up and be old with?
Facebook conversations between Dior and Steed revealed that they had planned to meet around Valentine's Day. However, when Dior disclosed that she was transgender, Steed told officers that he declined to meet with her. Following this, Dior allegedly threatened to expose him publicly unless he sent her money.
Prosecutors say the two were messaging each other on Facebook for a month before meeting in person. Investigators say when they went through Dior's phone, they came across a Facebook conversation where Dior was threatening to expose Steed for having relations with a transgender woman and demanded Steed pay her. When investigators showed Steed a picture of Dior, prosecutors said Steed replied, quote, "I know dude as just a blackmailer," and, quote, "you would think it's a female."
Investigators compared Marquette University Police Department arrest photos of Steed to confirm his identity with the Facebook profile used in the conversations. Phone records from the day before the shooting show Dior demanding $200, with messages indicating that Steed told her he was trying to gather the money. Following the shooting, detectives interviewed two of Dior's roommates who were home at the time. One of them recalled hearing someone, believed to be Dior, enter the home, followed by the sound of a gunshot around midnight. Authorities interviewed Davion Steed twice. Initially, he denied having a cell phone, knowing Dior, or ever meeting her. However, in a second interview, he admitted to having a phone and being in contact with Dior. Police later reviewed additional phone records from the day before the shooting, including messages sent about 20 minutes before Dior and Steed's last conversation. In those texts, Steed asked someone if they still had bullets because he needed them badly. Shortly after, he met up with Dior. Steed is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on March 21st. He is currently being held on a $500,000 cash bond. Dior's death follows the murders of 4 other transgender women in Milwaukee between 2022 and 2023.
We're tired of having to go out and fight for our lives every day.
Sunshine Rainbow says the goal is not only to seek justice for Dior, but also change for the trans community.
We just want the system to benefit us.
Johnson says they want lawmakers to take more action when it comes to transgender violence.
Such as being harassed when it comes to restraining orders, to protection orders, that those laws be more in effect.
She says they're going to push harder in Dior's honor, along with this message.
People that hate us cannot erase us. We will always exist.
What started as an apparent meetup between two people who met online ended in murder in Autauga County.
Sheriff's deputies say they found a woman dead and her brother injured in the town of Autaugaville last night.
Hours later, they say a 27-year-old man turned himself in. It happened on North Pickett Street near Highway 14. Our Julia Avant talked with investigators. And Julia, what are they saying happened?
Well, Mark, in less than 24 hours, the Autauga County Sheriff's Office has learned a lot about the victim and the suspect. Sheriff Mark Harrell believes that the two had been messaging on an app before this meetup was planned, a meetup that turned deadly. The suspect, Kelman Morrell King from Ottaugueville, turned himself in on charges of homicide and manslaughter. His bond was set at $60,000. Investigators say he has no criminal history.
Nothing more than just traffic citations, possession of marijuana cases.
But now he's accused of shooting and killing a woman and injuring her brother. The woman who died, identified by friends as Kaitoria Banks, was transgender. Investigators say they believe the shooting happened during a carjacking attempt. Her brother was with her in the vehicle. An organization that provides health and wellness services to the LGBTQ+ community, the Knights and Orchid Society, says Banks was one of their staff members. They described her as a bright light, providing support for others.
In a statement via social media, the Knights and Orchid Society stated, "It is with profound sadness that the Knights and Orchid Society announces the tragic loss of our cherished staff member, Kaitoria Kai Banks, who was taken far too soon in a senseless act of violence. Kai was the embodiment of TKO's mission to build power within our community. Her drive and dedication to providing life-saving services to our clients exemplified our commitment to helping Black LGBT+ people across the South live full and healthy lives free from harm. Kai was a bright light in our organization. Her bold presence inspired everyone around her. She was making significant contributions in LGBTQ+ work through healthcare coordination, community support, and advocacy. Kai was actively involved in fellowships and worked with various advocacy groups, constantly seeking ways to improve not only her own life, but the lives of those around her. Her clients, many of whom relied on her for critical support services, will deeply feel her absence. The Knights and Orchid Society remains committed to honoring Kai's memory by continuing the important work she was so passionate about, providing comprehensive care, support, and advocacy for our community. We ask for privacy and respect for Kai's family, friends, and colleagues during this difficult time.
As for what exactly led up to the shooting, the sheriff says the investigation has only just begun.
Still ongoing. We're still trying to put the pieces together. There's probably going to be more arrests in this case.
Sheriff Harrell wants people to be cautious when communicating online, whether it's a dating app or doing businesses on Facebook Marketplace.
Please do not meet up anybody. That goes for juveniles. We see it all the time with juveniles that are missing and stuff. And adults, don't meet somebody when you buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace unless you're in a place where, law enforcement's present.
Now, the sheriff is aware that online dating is a very popular form of meeting people. If you choose to go that avenue, go to a very public place or bring someone with you. Now, as for shopping or selling things on Facebook Marketplace, you can do that exchange in a police department's parking lot or let an officer know that you're doing that exchange. I actually just was done speaking with Sheriff Harrell. He said they're in Ottaugueville right now trying to find more clues and evidence in this case. They're also working to making more arrests, guys.
And in this case, the victim did bring her brother with her. Julia, it is just a tragedy indeed. We will keep you posted on this investigation. It is considered the first murder in Autauga County this year.
Autauga County Sheriff Mark Harrell expressed his shock at the event, calling it a senseless act of violence that has deeply affected the local community. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families during this incredibly difficult time. This was a violent crime that has no place in our community.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm John Evans.
I'm Frances Weller. A family struggling to come to grips tonight with the death of a loved one.
A family member found the remains of 25-year-old Irvin Johnson, who went by Eviana, on Wednesday. And tonight we're hearing from the person who made that discovery. WECT's Ava Brengord talked to the family today as they remembered a life gone too soon. So, Ava, how are they holding up?
Well, John, just about everyone I spoke with today is stunned by what's unfolded over the last week. But tonight, they want answers. There's still no word from investigators on how Johnson died. But it's safe to say this family will never be the same. For the Johnson family, this road will never be the same.
I don't even know how to begin to tell you how I feel.
It's where Irvin Johnson, known as Irviana, lived with their family. But after they went missing just a week ago, this road in Columbus County is where Johnson's cousin, Deanna Dixon, found their body.
I got up and I went to look for him, and that's what I did. I looked for him and I found him.
The family now in mourning with more questions than answers.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack. You don't know who to trust nowadays.
Johnson's friend, Quashima Reeves, remembers them as the life of the party.
It was just a joyful moment every time he was around.
But right now, just one day after Johnson's remains were found,
I probably would have told him.
The sorrow outweighs the memories.
That it was coming after him.
And the what ifs are weighing on them.
It's sad. I just wish I would have knew, like.
His mother said, to let y'all know, Betty was very loved. She loved her boy. That's her baby. She want justice. We gon' get justice.
And his friends and family gather at the home to remember Johnson's life.
Take it day by day, one step at a time.
Their one message to Johnson.
We gonna miss you, boy. We gonna miss you. I love you.
Johnson's body was sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy, where investigators.
I still don't even believe what the fuck I just heard, but I know my mama is not lying about what the fuck she just said. And somebody needs to give me some answers. Who killed my sister, G?
On April 24th, 2025, around 11:15 p.m., St. Louis police responded to the 5800 block of Grace Avenue. 25-year-old Kelsey Elam had recently begun her transition. She was a proud trans woman who lived her life openly and unapologetically.
Look how I woke up. I don't remember what happened last night, just know the time was head.
Change the motherfucking game, boo.
Back in 2021, Kelsey made this post celebrating her legal documents being changed. Oh my God, if y'all know me, you know why I'm so happy. It's been a little journey, but everything is falling into place. She was described as being playful, funny, outspoken, and according to her sister, she was just a light. Family said she was an advocate for the transgender community and a consistent friend to strangers. Every time she would ride past the homeless, Kelsey would always give them whatever money she had. Kelsey's caring nature would serve her well, as in addition to modeling, she was also a certified nurse's assistant. Unfortunately, when you are a gentle soul, it can attract others who are looking to exploit your kindness. As the tragic news of Kelsey's passing began to circulate on social media, her older brother, who had received a disturbing phone call from his mother, stating his sister had been shot, hopped on live to find out what happened and who had committed the heinous act.
And a lot of people be asking why people go straight to live and y'all don't understand, bro. Motherfuckers be needing answers and live be having. Y'all heard my fucking mama?
Where's Zori at?
Y'all heard my mama, G?
Zori know that nigga Tito.
Y'all heard my mama, G?
Yes, they just called me before doing our killer. Say that's what I just did. Say they shot Kelsey in the head.
The last thing she said was she was about to go beat on him because of something he done. Mama. A female said the last thing that she know Kelsey said was
she dead.
No, mama. She said that the girl just said the last thing she know was she said she was about to go beat on the dude Tito because of something he done.
See,
so he did something.
Tito the one.
He the one that killed my sister. He the one that killed my sister. He did something to my sister. He did something to my sister to make her react, and he killed my sister.
Look, they been into it for a while.
Yeah.
And my baby called me earlier when I was on my way somewhere. And I heard it in Kelsey's voice. I'm like, you ain't sounding right. What's wrong? I'm finna go get Tito. I'm like, okay. And that's all that was the last time we talked. So that's the last person.
So she said she been having problems already with this nigga. Like the up and down shit.
Yeah.
So that's what this girl is saying. The last thing she said was she was finna go beat on him for something that he done.
So that means if he did, he grabbed Kelsey pistol. And it's legal. If it come back with that, that's what happened.
She said his name Tino. Tortino's on her. So Tortino's, I'm gonna look that up. Tortino's, but Tino.
Dude that used to be in the car with her.
I ain't never seen him.
And he know exactly where I stand and everything.
I ain't never seen him. Mama, this girl named Tiana said somebody got Kelsey's phone. They said call Tina.
Call Tina. What's Tina number?
I'll get it on her. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff coming up and people know something. People know something.
Where's son at? Oh my God. If y'all need to call him, please. My baby is dead. Kelsey is dead.
They saying it's unavailable. I can't talk right now. It's unavailable. I know it's saying that I can't add you for some reason. I don't know. I know I'm hot than a bitch. This shit is not real. This shit just not real, man. But whoever the fuck is Tino, Tartino's.
Don't do it.
Man, fuck all that. It's gonna get found out anyway. The nigga know where you live. The nigga know what the fuck he did. And the nigga know what the fuck he got coming. Motherfucker can say what the fuck they want to say all day long. It's gonna be beef any fucking way. Shit. It's gonna be beef any way. The nigga my sister, mama. I can be the nicest nigga in the world and don't do no rants. And the nigga get kill us one by fucking one. Shit, I might as well put it on lock so somebody can know what's going on.
I'm really gonna have to get
Shit. If this bitch ass nigga got balls to kill my sister, he know where the fuck you live. Who knows who next? This shit is crazy. Y'all know I'm out the way. I stay out the way. I ain't into it with no fucking body. But come on, man. For real? You don't think this shit right here
You know, I just got a phone call from boy to his hospital. Kelsey being shot in the head and she dead. Oh my God.
Kimmy Kim, the police just be watching, keep it low key. The police can't do nothing to me, Kim. All the police can do is solve this motherfucking case. The police can't do shit. I'm talking. Police can't do shit, but come over here and help us solve this motherfucking case and go get the nigga that killed my fucking sister. That's all the fuck the police can do. Other than that, a nigga ain't doing shit. On me. And everybody saying the same thing. Kelsey was with that one nigga before this shit happened. Kelsey been having problems with the same nigga. Man, that's who did that shit, man. That's who did it. Y'all go look that shit up for me. Tartino's or whoever the fuck, whatever the fuck that nigga name is.
And they still got a phone. The phone, whoever got it still got the phone.
Man, we just got the goddamn call, y'all. You heard me? Motherfucker still trying to confirm shit.
She say she just checked the location because you know Kelsey say they turned the location.
That's what somebody just said too. Somebody said it was active, now they turned off the location. Motherfuckers done deactivated her page. Yeah, this that nigga. That nigga got her shit. Yeah, he doing all that shit. Motherfuckers like, he done deactivated the page and all kind of shit. So this the last thing that we heard, and this is the information that we got. My sister must have been in tour or some shit with her ex or whatever the fuck her nigga, and the nigga always had problems or some shit with it. So the friend say the last thing she know is my sister was mentioning she finna go handle some business with this nigga because of something he had ended up doing to her. Guess they got into it about some shit and he killed her. That's all we know for now.
I'm dreaming. Oh, I need that address to her address. Because I'm going to pick up all my baby stuff from up at that dude's house and all that.
See, I'm not understanding. Some people say it's deactivated, some people say it's still up. But she do got like 5-6 pages.
Which page?
That's what I'm saying. She got so many fucking pages, motherfuckers don't know which page.
If she say it's still up and it's active.
We don't have to call the police, man. They already done all that.
Been there.
If y'all done ever had this shit done, they only tell you so much. Why motherfuckers study action? Why we ain't at the hospital? Why we ain't do this? Why we ain't do that?
Can't be at the hospital. She up under investigation.
She under investigation.
They don't want us at the
They don't want us at the
blackout homicide.
Okay. Y'all hear that
What
shit?
you thought? We
can't. We would have been. Come on, man. Motherfuckers be saying some weird ass shit. I ain't gonna cap. This shit is not real. It's not real. This shit ain't real.
They just sent me the police. I know he will, sorry. I'm sick to my stomach, too.
Huh.
Detective Aaron O'Brien is who they just sent me that I got to talk to. And Officer Decent Affairs. Hello?
Say that shit.
Who is this? Who is this?
Oh, man, you say that?
Who is this? Oh yeah, your sister is gone. Yeah, and you know Tito, right? You know where the dude Tito used to be.
Like real, man.
What? Tito, that's the last one your sister was with.
First on Fox, a man is in jail tonight after being charged in the deadly shooting of a young woman in Afton. Family members are speaking out about their heartbreaking loss as the investigation unfolds. Fox 2's Kelly Hoskins has more on the heartbreaking details.
My daughter was so amazing. She didn't deserve to be where she at right now.
Calvina Brooks says a family's worst nightmare is now their reality as she mourns the loss of her daughter, 25-year-old Kelsey Elm. Brooks says her daughter was full of life, now gone after a deadly act of violence. St. Louis County Police say 21-year-old Martino Lewis is charged with second-degree murder, armed criminal action, and domestic assault in connection with the death of Elm. Investigators say just after 11 p.m. last week, Lewis and Elm, who were in a dating relationship, got into a violent argument inside a home in the 5800 block of Grace Avenue in Afton. Charging documents reveal eyewitnesses overheard the fight and saw Lewis punch Elm, causing her to bleed. Moments later, police say a gunshot rang out.
My baby was taken away from me by a young man, supposed to have been her friend that she was taking care of, that she had so much, she wasn't in love or none of that. It was just about the heart and the care that she was trying to support him and help him.
Family members say Elm was a strong advocate for the transgender community and known for her kindness to strangers.
I mean, she just was a wonderful, wonderful person. She loved everyone. She brought out the transgenders, but she showed them and opened them up to let them know that someone out here loved all of y'all.
It's still like a shocking to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still like I'm in a dream.
I always been arguing for some reason. I always stayed into it because my baby was she's a legend. She was trying to do her things, but this was one that she was always supporting, taking care of, helping. This a dude that she was doing all this stuff for, and this is what you did?
Right. Documents say Kelsey was afraid Lewis was going to get her gun and asked a witness to call police. While he was on with 911, he heard a gunshot and saw Lewis run out of the house to drive away in Kelsey's car. Less than 48 hours later, Brock, who said the two were close friends, had to clean out the home her daughter was killed in.
All that blood and brains and whatever that's in her room, that was bow. That wasn't nothing about drop on the floor. No. Nothing.
Zoria Moten emphasizing how amazing her older sister was.
She can light up the room. She very playful. She funny. She outspoken. I can describe Kelsey in so many ways. She was just a lot. She was my world, my best friend.
Family said she was an advocate for the transgender community and was a consistent friend to strangers.
She'll take her shoes off her feet and get to a person.
Do it plenty of times.
You know,
every time we ride past the homeless, she always give everybody $1. She makes sure you hungry. She just one of them type of persons that always looked out for everybody.
It has been more than a month since Carmen Wells was shot and killed inside her own home on Detroit's east side. In the weeks since, police aren't any closer to solving this crime. Her loved ones still searching for answers while police search for a killer. Fox News' Amy Lang has this story.
Carmen would walk into a room and just light up the whole room with just her sense of humor, her smile, her laugh.
Carmen Wells was well known in the transgender community, a ballroom performer, a runway model. Her loved ones called her legend.
So Carmen was an amazing individual. Carmen was funny. Carmen was resilient.
And Monica Hudson wants justice for Carmen, who was shot and killed at her home on Troster on the city's east side on May 25th, just days before she would have turned 38.
The crime against trans women of color, all trans people, honestly, it has to stop. Just because it's something that you don't understand does not give you the right to take someone's life.
It's a loss to our family, the LGBTQ community as a whole. It's just a total loss. Unnecessary loss.
Unnecessary and so senseless, and now police and prosecutors need the public's help finding her killer.
If anybody was out there, if anybody knows anything, if they've heard anything, if they were with her that day, that week, come forward, call the number, call DPD.
Julissa Abad is the LGBTQ community engagement liaison with the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
I want community to reach out and let us know whatever they know.
Carmen's loved ones want the same.
I don't think that I would rest. It's just like I don't think Carmen would rest until we find out who did this to her.
47-year-old Laura Schuler was born on November 26, 1977, in Cincinnati, Ohio. And according to her family, Laura's light shined bright from the first day that she was born. Her smile, kindness, positive outlook on life, and willingness to uplift others lit up every room she entered. Laura did not play when it came to her family. She loved them dearly and took great pride in making sure that they were good at all times. Laura graduated from Northwest High School and went on to receive a degree in business administration from Southwestern College. She became a personal stylist, fashion consultant, and makeup artist for several of her family, friends, and colleagues. She was well known in her city, and many often referred to her as the Beyoncé of Cincinnati. Responsible for many successful photo shoots and fashion show looks across the city, she gained a reputation for creating custom, unique pieces, turning nothing into something. She was truly one of a kind and will be missed dearly as her life was stolen from this world on June 7th.
Lindsay, you know, Laura Schuler's sisters reached out to WLWT today. They wanted us to know she was shot and killed and that Cincinnati police are investigating. Her friends and family gathered for a balloon release tonight, remembering her. They lit candles for Schuler in the same spot where her body was found. They tell us she was a transgender woman. She was an animal lover, into fashion, generous, and an outspoken voice in her community. Her friends wanted people to know that she was someone, she mattered, and they want to see someone arrested in her death.
With her being a trans woman, I just feel like this is crazy during Pride Month. No time is right, but it really hurts even more for it to be during Pride time.
I'm hurt, I'm devastated. This has to stop. I'm almost 50, and I go to more funerals for LGBTQIA people than I've ever imagined in my life.
Schuler's friends tell me she was killed on the same street where she lives. They're hoping cameras in the area help in the investigation. Meanwhile, Cincinnati police are asking anyone with information to call the homicide unit.
Loved ones were afraid that the case would go unsolved, as is often the case when Black trans women are murdered. But this past week, an 18-year-old man was arrested and charged with murdering Laura.
The man accused of shooting and killing a woman in Evanston is being held on a $2 million bond. Court documents show that he was wanted for cutting off his ankle monitor in a separate violent crime. Ajani Grimes has been charged with the murder of Laura Schuler, a transgender woman. She was shot and killed in her home back in June in Evanston. Grimes was just arrested yesterday. Court documents also show Grimes was wanted for cutting off his ankle monitor after bonding out on a separate aggravated robbery charge. Last October, Grimes is accused of pistol whipping someone, firing a shot at them, and then taking off in their car. Friends and family of Laura Schuler were at this morning's hearing, hoping for justice in her murder.
She's a trendsetter. You know what I mean? Like, she really represented trans women. She was supportive of trans women, and she respected everybody. Like, she a legend out here.
The judge ordered Grimes be held on a $2 million bond. The next court date is scheduled for later this month.
28-year-old Dream Johnson was described as having a radiant spirit filled with love, laughter, and like so many Black trans women, the courage to live as her authentic self. In a world where so many are still bound by hatred and fear, Dream shined bright, embodying the journey of living one's truth unapologetically. According to witnesses on July 5th, 2025, around 12:30 a.m. Saturday, they saw 3 men approach Dream as she was walking along the street, yelling derogatory and transphobic terms toward her. Soon, one of the men opened fire in what witnesses called overkill. Dream was shot multiple times, rendering her unconscious, lying on the sidewalk as bystanders flagged down police.
We have to figure out who did it and bring them to justice. We have to. We have to. So we can move on and just live and just be peaceful, and then also bring awareness to other incidents that's happening like this.
It has been a heartbreaking week for family after family in D.C. During the July 4th weekend in our nation's capital, 4 people were shot and killed in just over a 24-hour span. One of them was 28-year-old Dream Johnson. Tonight, her loved ones coming together in a scene that is all too familiar in Washington.
An illuminated Anacostia River Trail lit up to highlight a life gone too soon. Soulful hymns comforting those who knew and loved 28-year-old Dream Johnson, like her aunt Angie Terrell.
We stayed together, we played together, we kind of basically grew up together, you know? And I knew they were going to be them just off of the strength of me growing up with them. I just knew that they were going to be just an outspoken, just a vibrant individual.
Her family says Johnson was headed back home along Benning Road in Northeast last Saturday when she was gunned down. Johnson was a trans woman, and police are working to find a motive. Today, her friends and loved ones gathered to celebrate her 28 years on this earth. Her brother, Dominic Jenkins, says he's still grappling with the fact that they can no longer make memories together.
I thought it was a joke. It really hurt me to see my mother cry. I ain't never seen my mother break down like that.
Now, as investigators work to find the people responsible, those in the community say they, along with the family, want to bring to light the violence that many inside the LGBTQ community face.
It's not right to take someone's life if, in fact, this is found to be a hate crime.
For us to have peace, we have to figure out who did it and bring them to justice. We have to. We have to. So we can move on and just live and just be peaceful, and then also bring awareness to other incidents that's happening like this.
As of today, police have not released any information about potential suspects, but there is a $25,000 reward for tips that lead to an arrest and conviction.
18-year-old Malik Javon Fales is accused of killing 28-year-old Christina Hayes. Prosecutors say her body was found on June 21st in an alley along Woodward Avenue, just north of McNichols. Prosecutors say Fales killed Hayes early that morning, then stole her money and cell phone. He was arrested Friday and is now charged with murder, larceny, and hate crime based on gender.
It's a case that has some neighbors and LGBTQ advocates speaking out. Local 4's Damon Fernandez joins us now with more. Damon.
Well, that fatal assault happened on Woodward near 6 Mile. You know, it's an area many neighbors say is known by people looking for sex workers, including those identifying as transgender. Now, the criminal charges in this case have some advocates opening up about an often unspoken reality. It's the tragedy behind this laundromat near Palmer Park.
The allegations here, quite simply, they're unacceptable.
A black transgender woman beaten and strangled to death in this alley back in June. And now this week, investigators announcing they're charging 18-year-old Malik Fales in connection to that murder.
They're dangerous to the highest degree, and they're hideous.
During his court appearance, prosecutors allege the teen paid the victim, 28-year-old Christine Hayes, to perform a sex act in the alleyway. Prosecutors say once completed, things took a violent turn.
Allegedly finding out that the victim identified as a transgender. And as a direct result of that, we have this defendant who allegedly ended up choking that individual to death.
Obviously, we are all heartbroken and devastated.
Brendan Bell is Associate Director of Programs and Services with Affirmations Community Center. Bell says violent assaults on members of the transgender community is a reality happening far too often.
I don't know a single trans or non-binary person, both that I know in my life personally, or that I work with on a day-to-day basis, that isn't terrified right now.
Bell says there are several factors at play among trans community members, including bullying and rejection, other realities leading to high-risk behavior, and there's often fear reporting incidents to police.
And so when we look at incidents of violence, specifically towards the trans community, we see it disproportionately aimed at the black trans women specifically.
As for Malik Fales,
this case, Judge, I don't think my client presents any sort of general danger to the community. I think this case arises from pretty unique, highly fact-specific circumstances.
While the teen's defense attorney's fighting to get him a bond, the judge determined it's too risky.
The Lynchburg Police Department and Fire Department had originally been dispatched for a malicious wounding call, but by the time they arrived, it was too late, as Cassie had already lost her life. Police confirmed she had suffered multiple gunshot wounds, some to the head, though it remains unclear if the residence was her own or someone else's. According to different social media accounts, there are conflicting reports on whether she was married or engaged. But a man on Twitter who claims to have been her husband, took to the platform asking for assistance in burying Kashi. Less than a week after her murder, 40-year-old Victor Giles, whom on Facebook describes himself as being an artist,
Better watch your man, he is shed like a snake, do it right in front of your face, better watch your man.
Dog breeder, clothing brand designer, and entrepreneur, was arrested.
New this morning, a man has been arrested after a deadly shooting in Lynchburg. On Tuesday, Lynchburg police arrested Victor Giles for allegedly killing Kasim Holmes last Monday. That shooting happened in the 1100 block of Rivermont Avenue. Giles is charged with first-degree murder, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and firearm possession by a convicted felon. Police tell us this investigation is still active.
There are conflicting reports as to how these two know one another. Some believing they were involved intimately, while others believe the two had a falling out over street politics. But if you go to Victor's old Facebook page, you will see that he and Kasi were friends. But if you go to his new page, some claim Kasi was involved in street life, accusing her of setting people up for financial gain, but police have not alluded to or confirmed. Kasi's death is not only a personal tragedy, but part of a broader.
New tonight, a grieving mom feels one step closer to getting justice after finding her daughter murdered. A suspect now in jail. Fox 59's Scarlett O'Hara walks us through the key evidence police say linked him to this crime scene.
Back in June, a mother came to check on her daughter who lived in this apartment complex after neither she nor her friends could reach her. The door was unlocked, and she tells us the scene inside was something no parent should ever have to walk into.
I would never get that image out of my head. I touched her, I said, Kamora, and then when I touched her, she was cold, she was stiff.
Danielle DiHaniesto found her daughter, Kamora Woods, half naked in her bedroom, shot in the head. She then waited 7 weeks for an arrest. Court documents detail how detectives identified a suspect using a fingerprint on a condom wrapper at the scene. It matched 23-year-old James Wallace, a convicted felon with an active warrant for allegedly tampering with his GPS monitor. Police say security video shows Woods leaving and returning from work. About half an hour later, it shows another car dropping off a man they believe to be Wallace. But only 17 minutes after he entered the building, he walks back out and leaves the complex alone.
I don't understand why. What was so bad to where you had to kill my child? What was so bad?
Investigators say Wallace admitted to pawning off Woods' cell phone because he didn't want her to call for help. Detectives say Wallace lied about whether he'd ever been to the apartment and what he did with the gun. He claimed he was drugged by Woods, passed out, and woke up handcuffed to the bed. He claims he was forced to put a condom on at gunpoint, but fought the victim off, grabbed a gun from his bag, and shot her. Woods' autopsy found no trauma to her body except the gunshot.
If it was really self-defense, why did you run? Why did you hide? Why did you take her phone and pawn it?
DiHaniesto says her daughter was a transgender woman, vocal and proud about who she was.
Her being transgender, I was always just worried about people being so hateful, and yeah, those was very concerning to me.
She describes Woods as very loved, with a big heart and a life cut far too short.
Just love your child. Accept your child for who they are regardless, because life is too short. You don't know what can happen.
The same way certain political figures' murders are plastered all over the media is the same attention these Black trans women's cases deserve. They have friends, loved ones, and mothers left to pick up the pieces, while their daughters are too often dead-named, misgendered, and their characters sensationalized. A trans woman was tragically shot and killed on Friday, September 26th at Wood Spring Suites in Charlotte, North Carolina. Officers responded to a call reporting an assault with a deadly weapon with injury at around 9:21 a.m. Upon arrival, they found 37-year-old trans woman Tiara Love Torrey Jackson.
Well, tonight, police are identifying the woman who was shot and killed this morning in Southwest Charlotte. It happened on Deborah Avenue, right off West Arrowwood Road. WCNC Charlotte's Walker Lawson joins us live from the scene. Walker, you've been out there all afternoon. Fill us in on what you know.
Yeah, well, guys, this morning they responded around 9:15 to this shooting. Now, there was a heavy law enforcement presence out here the majority of the day today. The hotel was not accessible. There was caution tape around the hotel up until about right before our live shot at 4 o'clock. Of course, the scene has since cleared behind me. But as I mentioned, law enforcement again responded here around 9:15 this morning. Now, this is the Wood Spring Suites that is here on Dober Avenue. For people unfamiliar with what Dober Avenue is, it's just off of West Arrowwood Road and right near I-77. Now, according to a police report that we obtained just before our newscast Tiara Jackson was shot and killed after some kind of altercation unfolded here inside the hotel. Neighbors say they were disturbed and shocked by what has happened.
Super scary. Just, come in and bust in and start. It's just unsettling, to say the least.
Again, so far no arrests have been made and law enforcement has not made any announcement or said anything regarding the suspect that they're looking for. So again, we'll continue to cover this as we look for more details and as they continue.
Loved ones describe her as a vibrant, kind-hearted woman whose life was senselessly cut short.
I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet.
Yeah. Do you speak the language? Do you vogue in the language? Do you understand the language?
Friends recall her as someone quick to smile, deeply loyal, and always willing to help others. She was a certified lash tech, a talented hairstylist, and a budding entrepreneur. Her sudden loss has left an immeasurable void in the hearts of all who knew her. As the homicide unit took over the investigation, Westover Division officers were called to a separate shooting where they found a man with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. His name, Deadliest D. Marshall, the man whom witnesses heard arguing with Tiara before she was shot.
And we'll get to your forecast in just a minute, but first we begin with new information in a homicide investigation. We're learning that a man is now behind bars in connection to a Southwest Charlotte homicide. CMPD says 33-year-old Deadliest Marshall is facing several charges in the killing of 37-year-old Tiara Jackson.
He had apparently been shot prior to fleeing the crime scene, but as of now, it's uncertain if it was self-inflicted or caused by Tiara. Deadliest was taken to a local hospital, treated, and then interviewed by detectives. Based on that interview and gathered evidence, he was formally charged with first-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a felon. Deadliest has an extensive criminal record dating all the way back to 2001, having been arrested 5 times for felony breaking and entering, 2 times for resisting an officer, and several arrests for possession of controlled substances. Back in 2015, he was wanted for cutting off his electronic monitoring device, as he was wanted for felony larceny of a firearm, robbery with a dangerous weapon, possession of firearm by a felon, and interfering with an electronic monitoring device. In relation to his current arrest, he is scheduled to appear in court on Monday, September 29th. No motive has been publicly released, and investigators have not confirmed the relationship between Tiara and Deadliest. Loved ones posted this message on social media as they prepare to bury Tiara. Dear friends and family, it is with heavy hearts that we share the heartbreaking news of Tiara's unexpected passing. As we try to process this unimaginable loss, we are also faced with the responsibility of making arrangements to bring her home and give her the proper farewell she deserves. We are reaching out to ask for your support during this difficult time. Any donations will go directly toward funeral expenses and the costs of transporting Tiara's body home. No amount is too small, and every contribution means so much to our family. If you are able to help, we would like all proceedings to go to Cash App if possible. The cash tag is Melissa Jackson 72, or cash payments can be given to her mother or Paradise Funeral Home. We are grateful for your love, prayers, and support as we honor the life of someone who meant so much to so many. Please continue to keep our family in your thoughts, with love and gratitude. Immediately after reports of this tragedy began circulating, publications were posting articles of Tiara featuring her in lingerie. Why are you posting a picture of her like that? First, it was a nice hotel. Now it's a low-budget hotel. Why? Because she's a trans woman. Just because people are different doesn't mean they are not a good person. Please, she was a prostitute. I know firsthand because I've slept with her twice, albeit for free. But stop trying to create controversy where there isn't. You slept with her twice? Did she have male or female parts? The photo that you used of the person that was murdered is absolutely unprofessional and lacks integrity. I'm sure you did not even try to get a decent picture of them, and for that, this media outlet is disgraceful. But the same grace we give Black women in cases where optics are questionable, Let's extend that same respect to Black trans women. Tiara meant something to a lot of people, and no matter what circumstances may have led to her death, she did not deserve to be murdered. Rest in peace, Tiara Jackson. Born Maurice Jaden Harrison was a 21-year-old social media personality and hairstylist who had amassed over 350,000 followers across all of her social media, including her YouTube channel. She also appeared on Unexpected TV's Florida Boys reality show.
That's exactly how I feel.
And performed on stage with rapper JT. Who in recent years has become a supporter of the trans community and trans rappers like Akasha Bentley. People simply loved Lala for her personality and authenticity. In June of 2024, Lala posted a video of she and her boyfriend, Shanoid White, after fans had been asking about her new man. The 25-year-old father described himself as an artist named Shaba Sparkle.
Yeah, that's right. I hate your ass. You make me sick. I can't stand your black ass.
And social media personality who would often post content on his TikTok about fishing.
Baby snuck on the hook Saturday, man. I ain't gonna lie, the mama had bit too, the big boy, but I missed him. So I'm gonna try to get that boy.
Yes, sir.
I see bit snake going on, you feel me? Check him out. Yes, sir. Huge boy. Come on, let's go get the release out, boy. Look at him. Clean. That boy got the orange dot, orange eyes to match it. He ready. Look, damn.
With the hard launch of their relationship, they immediately began posting couples content. Some fans were happy for Lala, with some commenting on how handsome Shanoid was. Other fans met his presence with apprehension. One follower even asking Lala if Shanoid was the man who had been putting hands on her. But Lala simply ignored what she perceived to be negative comments, even when Shanoid considered himself to be a red flag.
Hey, why the fuck I just found out I made the fucking T app, bro? To be real, honestly, I ain't even really mad about this shit. Like, I actually feel honored. I feel like you gotta be a certain type of nigga to make the T page. Like, it's no ugly niggas on the T app. That's number one, because if you was not a topic, you wouldn't be the topic. You gotta be of a certain stature for females to gather collectively and want to share information or want to know information on you. That's why I ain't really too much mad about it. Everything might not be true. Everything might not be real. I still want to see, like, if it is true, like my past exes and the girls that I dealt with in the past, like, I want to see what they think about me. Now, I just don't understand why y'all niggas be shaking in y'all boots, man. Bro, you gotta understand, this page is free advertisement. Like, bro, they would not post you on the T app if you was an ugly nigga, if nobody ain't want you, if you ain't look handsome. Like, you would not make it on that app, bro. Especially for you niggas who be calling about y'all got hoes, y'all got hoes. How you got hoes and you ain't on the T page, my nigga? I'm just saying, bro. Basically, bro, the way our women set up in this generation, bro, nigga, the T app ain't nothing but offer up a Facebook marketplace and your ass is on the market. Trust and believe. That shit ain't stopping or studying nothing.
She often faced questions about her gender identity.
Let me just say this. Since y'all want to be in my business so bad, since y'all want to be in my business, because right now y'all losing me. Y'all losing me. Y'all don't know where I'm at. Y'all confused. But it's okay because God said confuse the enemy. I'm going to keep you bitches confused. But I'm going to also say this. I've been that bitch, forever will be that bitch, and still gonna be that bitch. When I transition or before I transition, like, y'all lose me. That's what y'all can't take. Y'all don't know what I am. And just because I don't get on here and put my personal business or what I do or what I take and what, like, how, that's none of y'all business. But all I do gotta say is 2 years, just 2, give me 2. Maybe 1.5. In 2 years, new ass, new teeth. Bitch, check out the glow. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, because like y'all want to be in my business so bad. What I choose to tell y'all is what y'all will know. If a bitch running my business to you, it's cool too. Like I said, I'm still gonna be that bitch. I don't have to tell y'all every little thing that I do in my life. I get on here and tell y'all that I go with a nigga who beat my ass every day, beat me like I'm a motherfucking, like his child or something. Like, what else do y'all want from me? Y'all want to be in my business so bad. Like I eat, sleep, and live and breathe TikTok. No. Y'all don't have to know my details of, like, by my personal life. Y'all don't have to know every little thing. Since you want to know, just know, and I'm telling you now, way before, I was that girl. I was unclockable. Niggas couldn't clock me when I was unclockable. So now when I'm doing, now that I'm starting, just know she's gonna be unfuckwittable, bitch. Why bother? Thank you. I'm gonna call y'all back.
Shanoid, as with many men who date trans women, received a lot of questions in regards to his sexual orientation, along with homophobic comments, which caused him to be defensive.
Like, bro, I still don't know why that's the main topic, bro. Like, I keep telling y'all, bro, the way that y'all treat me, bro, y'all would never see the other niggas that's like me. They're gonna forever hide. And that's something that y'all did. Y'all want me to be honest, I'm gonna be so truthful about this shit. Like, I grew up in the hood, a lot of shit. Like, I grew up around the hood and shit. So a lot of niggas that really ain't my friend, but they still know me, right? Them boys still fuck with me the same. You know where a lot of the homophobia come from? It be the females. It be the women that I went to class with the school with, or dealt with. A lot of them is the ones that are the most homophobic towards me. Like, the niggas that I was cool with on the streets and shit like that, them boys still fuck with me. It be you hoes that be tripping. Are you mad? Like, is you mad I ain't want you or something? You mad you couldn't took me from the other team? Like, let me know. Like, it be feeling like some of you females be taking that shit personal. Like, calm down. Like, women, I like trans women, okay? What they call that is, they call that being trans attracted. But I also like women. I'm not pansexual, cause that mean you date anybody. I'm not bisexual, cause that mean technically I like men. No. I like women and trans women. There's a name for that. It's called being trans attracted. Now whether you agree, that's on you. I can't fix that. Some people don't believe in it. Some people say I just like men in wigs and this or that. Well, whatever. I'm telling you what it is. Thank you. Cause at the end of the day, twin. Listen. If you see a trans woman, you don't know she a trans woman. You be like, I'm finna run down. She tell you she a trans woman. It's cool. You not fucking with it. It's cool. But fam, there was still some physical attraction going on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, twin. That's all I'm saying. Bitch talking shit. Listen, I don't care who the fuck you are, right? Just let it be known. If you date me, you got somebody that's gonna ride for you. I don't give a fuck what the world say, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna talk about my bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I swear to God, I'ma die on that hill. And I've been that way with my BM, bitch. I've been that way with Mariah. I was that way with Kayla, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna talk about. I don't give a fuck what gender, who. Ain't nobody gonna talk about who I date, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna stand on that, bitch, on top of a mountain. Pussy out, ain't nobody for talk about my peoples, bro.
As time went on, the cracks in their relationship were no longer easy to hide with laughter, as Lala would sometimes talk about being afraid to go home, while he seemed to become increasingly annoyed with her.
Down looking at her? Down looking at him? Do what it is? So what you finna do? Wow. Hey, that's exactly what she did. She just laughed at me. I'm like, bro, you know what I came here for. Oh, you still want to do it? Come on. Go ahead. Keep it cute. No, you keep it cute. Go ahead. Anyway, so yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got that thing. I got that slurp 9000. I ain't gonna hold you. 45 minutes straight. Hey, what? At this point, you playing with my time. Time is money. I tell you all the time you don't know where your mouth at. I tell you all the time you don't know where your mouth at. Anywho, so I think she might have peeped like I was dead serious because she can see.
But when they tell you love will kill you, boy, they wasn't lying. Did not answer her phone. Okay, you think I won't pop up at your shit though? All right. Look, where you see I'm at. I don't never play. I'm so tired of this shit, y'all. I'm so tired of this toxic shit, man. I can't even take it no more.
Y'all, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't gonna lie, I should've just stayed my ass in the house. Cause now I'm thinking about that ass when I get back home. I know he finna do the scream mode, y'all. He was like, bitch, it's after 12 o'clock, why you leaving the house for? Mind you, the B&B only 5 minutes away from where I'm at. But he ain't give a fuck about none of it. So now I'm just sitting here debating like, just don't go back to the B&B or go back and just get the ass whipped over with. Y'all, what should I do? I'm so aggravated. I should just stay home. But me want to be fast, like he said, hot-headed. So brought my ass out of her. Y'all, what should I do? I'm finna cry. I'm finna cry. But anyways, mug sitting. For right now though, when I get home, girl, mug finna be done. I'll call y'all back. Yeah, so now I'm getting out of the car. I made my friend. Y'all, he trying to chase me. Y'all, he chasing me. Y'all, I can't even get in the B&B. I let my friend go first, y'all. No, friend. Girl, I can't even get in the house, y'all. He already in the corner trying to get me. Hold on, I'm gonna call y'all that. Friend, go. The password 8870. 8870. Girl, he gonna hop right out that game and jump on me. Babe, I can come in?
Come on, Nisha, hurry up for real, but he changed his mind.
Babe, I can come in? Babe, I can come in? We good? We good, babe? How good we is? Like good, like great? I will be calling the police.
Why you have to lose your temper like that? What happened?
Get off me. Get off me.
Kids, all that. Cause we wasn't doing nothing.
He wanted to FaceTime sister and tell his sister that he see me or whatever. While my man got out the beach with her to walk up here. What? What you get out the water for?
Yeah, watch you for how long you want to have a nigga in your face for?
What are you talking about? What?
What is in your face for?
Nothing. They was asking me something.
Is that all?
Yay.
What we leaving for? Why we leaving? You waiting me? No, for what? I'm sitting at the beach. As y'all can see, y'all see how fast my face changed when he would have put it on the door. Like, at first I was laughing and stuff. But bitch, you heard, like, if you watched the end of that last clip, you heard, like, bring your ass out the bathroom. My face changed so fast. I was like, oh, Lord. Then mind you, I hate this hotel because by the bathroom door wasn't even locked. So he walked in and next thing that was like, boom. Throw out down, tussling, boom, boom, boom. Man, it never failed. Tried to do something nice for his birthday. Decorated hotel, jet ski, spa day. Like, I had a whole itinerary, ACV riding, Father's Day thought, boom, Christmas thought. Like, it never fails. I think that's our way of celebrating holidays. Because, like, it's weird to say, but that's the truth. Like, bitch, we always throw down. Because as y'all can see in the last video, my face, like, I ain't have to cut my eye, but, bitch, we too down, like, only if y'all fucking knew. And, babe, we supposed to be, like, the beach right there. We sitting high, double balcony, but, babe, he wanted to throw down. Face was, like, what to cut it? Scratch me in my face right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, like, right there. Bro, the boy is crazy. Like, look at my arms. Because of him. Knees. Bruh. When I tell you I'm done, like, it's over with. Like, I promise you it's over with. It's time for me to give, like, Miami Back Outside. Because Miami Back Outside was, like, 40-inch lace. I saw every week just popping her shit. Like, I been laying, y'all see I don't go nowhere. I don't be at personal. I don't be on TikTok. I started to get back after with y'all because y'all like the only thing I got because I don't go outside or nothing. But the boy is crazy. Like, never again. Why I'm outside? Like, I like a hobo. Anybody come through the drive-thru, I'm just sitting on the floor. Like,
about women a lot, right? My mama told me some shit when I came in the house with a bunch of scratches and marks and shit, bite marks and shit on my face and shit like that. My mama used to say, "Them hoes not your friend. They beating on you. And if you let anybody put their hands on you one more time, your ass not coming back in this house. The next time them little fast ass little girls put their hands on you, son, you better drag their ass all the way up and down the street." From that day, she started a monster. I don't let nobody put their hands on me. Boy, girl, trans, dog, cat, wolf, mouse. Bitch, you put your hands on me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. Trust me, I never cared. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. It ain't no save that for the man and none of that. Bitch, you put your hands on me, I'm gonna hit your ass. What the fuck do you mean? Put your hands on me and you gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't care about no gender, none of that. But at the same time, I teach my daughter, you are a woman. Stay in a woman's place. Don't put your hands on no man. Put your hands on me, I'm gonna hit your ass back. What's so hard to understand? You put your hands on me, I hit your ass back.
They would also participate in a lot of toxic social media challenges where his controlling nature would come to light.
I'm girl out. Of course I can't follow simple instructions.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course I want my girlfriend looking like this 24/7. So no other nigga won't try to talk to her.
I'm Lala. Of course I always think I'm right. Even when I know I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course when my girl tell me she going somewhere, I try to make her stay home.
I'm girl la. Of course I'm gonna find every reason to go outside.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course I want to eat my girlfriend food after I finish my whole plate.
I'm girl la. Of course I'd rather entertain TikTok than to make sure that my man is happy.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course when my girlfriend make me mad, I have to bite her.
I'm girl la. Of course I'd rather listen to my friends than listen to my man, because obviously they know more than I do.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course I gotta eat 5 times a day.
I'm girl la. Of course I spend money on dumb stuff.
I'm the wig snatcher. Of course I wake up every morning without brushing my teeth.
I'm girl la. Of course I just be capping for TikTok, cause who don't brush their teeth? You used my toothbrush this morning.
This punk so messy. I'm the wig snatcher. Of course my girlfriend gotta pay me the page like last night.
Oh my.
Friends were seriously becoming concerned. This was no longer social media content. This was real life. And as evident from this video where Lala tried to do something nice for him on Father's Day, this relationship was entering a very dangerous place.
POV, what I did for my man on Father's Day.
I always motherfucking y'all, lace slit the fuck. I'm aggravated. Okay, y'all, so it's Father's Day, and I put my man like a big hotel room suite. We were supposed to go out to eat earlier,
But he got off of work so motherfucking late, and it's just like, I'm gonna just do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna just give y'all a sweet tour or whatever the case may be, child. Hold on. I'm in the bathroom right now, y'all. As y'all can see, double sinks. His and hers, thank you. Shower teas. Oh, we can fuck in there, thank you. Okay, the toilet in there, whatever, and you can shut the door. So if I'm douching, cleaning out, then you could be taking a shower while I'm cleaning out in there, thank you. This the room. Oh, we finna fuck down. That picture frame gotta come down. Knock that down, thank you. Well, it's like a 60-inch. He ain't here yet, y'all. What is this? I don't know what this. Oh, okay. Safe up there, thank you. Give me the pin to the safe. And yeah. And then if we want to have a little company, it's the extra bed in here. Oh. Let me put this stuff on. Girl, I am a woman. That thing almost came tumbling down on me. Big kitchen, thank you. The refrigerator flooded if you're thirsty. Well, I motherfucking lied. Yeah, oven, teas. Recliner seat chairs, teas. As y'all can see, I ain't finna put that all the way up, but no, in the living room. Big, and then tomorrow, my man waking up on the beach teas. Hold on. Hey, don't go to show night. My video playing, thank you. Double-sided balcony, but hold on, y'all. We finna get into it. And we gonna be here for like 2 days. Teas. Hold on, it's coming up. But yeah, hold on. When they get up, I'm gonna call y'all back. Oh, as y'all can see, that's the beach across there. Those the cruise ships or whatever. Y'all can see the little lightning. But we got like a double balcony. Teas. She real long. Our room over here though. Let me show y'all. Our room over here. You see the light on in there. And we on the beach, of course. The beach teas. Thank you. The pool right there, like the 10th floor, because we were like real high. I told her I need the highest room possible teas, because I'm here with a king, collar queen. Thank you. When my man get here, I'm going to call y'all. Well, that ain't end well. You can tell by the blood. I know y'all probably looking at me like, ooh, what is wrong with your hair? What happened to yams? Y'all know every time I go around this boy, my hair don't last. Like, she hanging on by the chin. Every time I go around this, my hair cannot last. And I ain't even take her out. She just hanging on by her little soul. Ain't worried. Anything I can say? Boys hate when you get cute, when you get tea, when your hair done. They go to being real insecure. I don't know for what for. Cause when you be having on your little black polo tees, fresh haircut, you be feeling like him. But as soon as I throw me in the ladies, you wanna miss on and be all rough and rowdy, want me up on the dump at me. So when you was outside, I'm gonna be outside too. I'm gonna call y'all that.
And another thing, right? Check this out. If you follow me, right? If you follow me and you watch my TikTok only because I date Lala, get the off my page. Get off my page. I don't want nobody who fuck with me because you fuck with them. I want people who fuck with me because they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If you only follow me because I date Lala, bye the door, bitch. See ya. See, if Lala was to post something, y'all wouldn't sit there and say, oh, we gonna unfollow you because you playing with Wet Snatcher. Oh, we gonna unfollow you because you playing with Shaba. That's fake. I don't need y'all type of people on my page. If y'all don't fuck with me for me, I don't need you on my page. I don't give a damn. I swear to God. This is my platform. I don't want my platform being tied to nobody else. I'll rebuild this bitch brick by motherfucking brick. Trust and believe, twin. If that's how you feel, if you don't support me for me, goodbye. Out the door you gotta go, bitch. Bye.
On July 26, 2025, Lala was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor for petty theft and driving with a suspended license.
Yeah, we're going to the station right now. Ooh, I can't believe y'all really drove 5 hours for a bad bitch like me.
I can't believe it either.
Yes, y'all could have at least waited till my hair was done. Like, oh my God. Now we at the station, please. At the station. Oh, I don't gotta go through there?
We're going to go through there.
Oh, okay. Yes, y'all.
You can't go through there because the
Bun
delay
paid
would be
for
a
her bun
huge
money,
delay.
put up all that.
But this wasn't her first run-in with the police. On June 30th, 2023, police in Florida responded to the report of a strong-arm robbery in progress at a Rainbow clothing store. According to a witness, a forceful robbery occurred, items were stolen, and a female victim was punched twice in the face. Harrison, who was 18 at the time, led police on a high-speed chase. Officers lost sight of the vehicle, but soon found it crashed after Harrison fled the vehicle. Police discovered her hiding under a makeshift equipment shed in the fenced backyard of a residence.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Lala got court today, so we gonna put some prayers in the sky for her, put our best hopes up, man, make sure everything go accordingly. Hopefully everything goes as planned, how we need it to be. Usually how it work is, if you got court early in the morning, they wake your ass up and you go to court. But no matter when your court case is, that whole bus that you traveled with, you gotta wait for every single person to be done before you can get back to your cell. You know, traveling from the courthouse back to the jail. So unfortunately, I know for a fact I probably won't hear from her probably until late, maybe after 5, 6 o'clock. So all we can do at this point is just hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I'm gonna try my hardest to keep y'all updated because my live got took, but as soon as I know something, y'all will know something. I told y'all I wasn't gonna leave y'all in the blind, so here it is. So Lala just called me. I don't got good news. I don't have bad news. It's pretty just neutral. She called me, let me know that she went to court, and they granted her bond for every charge except for one, which we already knew that. But I guess it's kind of good news because it's like they ain't throw no curveball, so it's going exactly like it's good news because it's going exactly like how we thought. They doubled down on it, and they granted her bond for all her charges except for the one that she has to go see another judge for. Now all she got to do is just wait to see that specific judge for the VOP, and we'll know what's going on. So the only problem is it's a waiting game now, so it's either she gonna see that judge this week or definitely by next week. Worst case scenario, she gotta sit maybe another week before we get any definite answers. But I just sent her a pack, just sent her some money, put some money in her books and shit like that. But she gonna be good, y'all. Being that the case is going exactly like how we kind of expected, I ain't gonna really have no more much updating to do unless, you know, something go on, because I ain't got nothing to report. So we just gonna sit back and go through the motions. My next update will be a next major event, I guess. Y'all say y'all make sure y'all put a prayer up in the sky for the queen. Free Lala. My bad, y'all. It took so long to make this video and shit, but I had to get stuff in order. I had a lot of things going on and all that. Plus, it ain't a video that I really wanted to make. Unfortunately, y'all, this video doesn't have any good news attached to it. I mean, before I sit here and drag and try to make a whole video, y'all, Lala gotta do 6 months, y'all. 6 months, y'all. Lala went to court for her VOP case, and that is what they offered her. Originally, she didn't want to take the time, but after going back to her cell and thinking about it, she decided that it would be better to just do the time. Remember I told y'all Lala wanted to come out free, you know, no ankle monitor, no probation. So she just decided that before she paid lawyer fees and having to deal with that as well, that she might as well just sit and do the time. Once you do the time, you come out free. Yeah, bruh, so yes, y'all, the queen will be missing in action for some time. But if y'all do want to help, if y'all really concerned, if y'all really worried, if y'all really want to help her out, I'm going to tell y'all. You can go to my page and click the link in my bio, click that CA, and donate any amount of money, $5, $1, $2, $20, $10, till you get paid next week, till you get paid next month. Any form of money is greatly appreciated. Knowing that we don't need no money for a lawyer, I decided the best way I can show my love is making sure that I fill that cell up with food, y'all. A whole bunch of snacks 24/7, because she's not eating the meals in there, y'all. So that's what these donations are all about. It's all about commissary. Yes, y'all, so help me feed the queen. I don't want none of that skinny shit when she get out. I'm talking about, I want my shit real thick, y'all. So let's just make sure the queen eating every day,
any form of money is greatly appreciated, y'all. So we're gonna have to do this time alongside with Lala, showing our support in any way we can, y'all. I want to say thank y'all for those who donated last night as well. Y'all stay up, y'all. It ain't gonna be a long wait. You know, time be flying and shit. So let's just stay 10 toes till we got holes in our socks, twin. You know what I'm talking about?
How I'm holding it down till you're free. See, y'all know we do content, but don't know we do content.
Go ahead. I said go ahead. Cause I'm blocking the camera. Go, man.
No, you need to be in the camera. Why you blocking?
No, I do not.
Okay, well then I don't want to do it. Bye.
Why am I supposed to be in the camera, bro? Heifer is like slow. Come on, man. Look.
Chico's on the gray shirt.
Yeah, y'all see what's going on. You can see me?
Hold on, I gotta go back to the window.
Oh, okay. Oh, bruh, y'all keep asking me this. And I ain't even snapping at you. This really just in general. But y'all keep asking me this, bro. No, I'm not giving out that number. Why? It's because people be on weird shit. You never know the lengths that somebody is so willing to go to fuck somebody else up. So I'm not gonna do that shit. I wish y'all would start asking me. I just don't understand why people keep asking me for the info when I gave y'all a clear-cut proof way to send her money. Like, what are we talking about? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But start asking me that, please. Y'all don't know the timing and y'all don't know the scheduling to send this person the money so they can enjoy all of the money. A lot of the time when y'all send it, half of it is getting tags, half of it ain't gonna really reach them. Like I said, the link is in my bio. If you're not comfortable with donating towards the link, then we're fine, twin. We're good. Like I said, I don't need the donations. I want the donations. Y'all know how to get to the shop. Please stop asking me that. This bitch. I don't like this bitch and I hate everything about this bitch. And that's the God honest truth. I just deal with her because there's no escape for me. There's nowhere for me to go. What woman is gonna want me? I don't want to deal with Lala ass for real. When we happy, we happy. But that'd be so rare. I could fuck less about that relationship. And she know. Right before she went to jail, I asked God, I say, if this relationship not for me, please remove these people out of my life. And her ass went to jail. What we talking about?
See, with me, a nigga be happy about 15 chances, then after that, phew, gone. A nigga only gonna do what you allow him. Step your cookies up.
According to multiple reports, on November 14, 2025, Lala was fatally shot inside her apartment after a heated argument between she and Shanoy. He was taken into custody and charged with first-degree premeditated murder using a firearm. Around this time, there were 2 more videos circulating on social media claiming to be footage of the shooting. However, police have clearly stated Lala was murdered inside of her apartment, and those involved in the other incidents have come forward to confirm their identity and clear up confusion. The outpouring of tears, love, questions, and support across social media immediately began flooding time, with some friends questioning why Lala chose to stay after the first time. You've been out only a few days. You should have just stayed locked up, man. I told you from the first time he took a shot at you. What if he doesn't miss the next time? I wish I did more. You were my good friend. You were always there for a good laugh. JT also took to social media. Stop laughing at domestic content. Sometimes we troll and key about very serious things because the person who's telling the story delivers it funny, but nothing is funny about a domestic violence story. I would say the world don't take it serious when it's from LGBT. But to be honest, I see black cis women telling their story for laughs too, and we tune in like it's a reality show. It's not. It's someone's life. And last night was...